You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy? Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like! This is only one Kenobi. Only one. I want to get back on track and talk about guess, anticipate. What's the other word? Speculate. That's the one. What we could get, should get, maybe, in the vintage collection coming up. VC 115 after. Everything after that. So we're talking about the vintage collection in 2018. And maybe 19 and 20. Depends on how many years they do it. But anyway, I want to talk about... You might be wondering why I'm holding this Anakin Skywalker. I just want to give you the idea of the card back. That's the Clone Wars card back. I want to talk about this figure here. I'm trying to focus it. I apologise. I use a mobile phone and focusing's not very good. But this figure here was in the Black Series. And the first review I watched of this was flyguy.net. And he remarked and noticed, and everybody will notice that he's got these things here, and it's without question that this figure is a Clone Wars interpretation of Samuel L. Jackson, Mace Windu. So check him out. Anyway, let's have a look at another Clone Wars figure. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm sorry, I nearly said only one. That's because I'm only one Kenobi. That's the name of my channel. So every time I want to talk about Obi-Wan, I mess it up. So anyway, this is one of my favourite figures from the vintage collection. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I love it. It's based on it's inheriting some of the sculpt of one of my other favourite figures, this VC-45 Clone Trooper. Oh, amazing. And they used the legs maybe and the arms of that, but it's a really good figure, and it's just an interesting figure because they are interpreting Ewan McGregor or Obi-Wan Kenobi as he would look if he was fighting in the Clone Wars, as they did with this figure here. But there were only 3 figures in the Clone Wars line of the vintage collection. It was Obi-Wan, Ahsoka and Anakin. And I've done 2 videos as well. Please check my channel if you're interested in vintage collection figures, and if you're interested in more Clone Wars vintage collection figures where they get the realistic dimension. Please check out my other 2 videos, because I thought that Rex could be a contender and a Sarge Ventress master. I can't do but this figure came out in the Black Series, and it's a really good figure, but he's got this armor on here. Perhaps he could have... It's great as well. Let me just, before I go on, I'll just say he's got these swivel wrists, which is quite good. So I've got him kind of doing a Kung Fu Force push there, Samuel L. Jackson. The face is really good. Check it out. Yeah. Sorry again about the focus, but you can just about make it out. This is a figure I don't have loose. That one. But the facial sculpt is also quite... It looks like a good Mace Windu figure. But this is also really good. And if you wondered why they released this as well as that one, it's probably because they had it in mind to give him a realistic Clone Wars release. So I would like to see this on a Clone Wars card back. So just to give you a kind of an idea, it would be that design, and it would be a great idea. I'd love it. Would you? Let me know. This has been... I nearly said, this has been Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, it's not. It's been only one Kenobi. Only one. Out. Pilot! Landing at assembly area!